Good morning, TikTok. So I wanted to get on here this morning and talk to you guys all about TCPA and DNC. And these tips are definitely going to help you avoid the lawsuits, the demand letters for those type of violations. Now, TCPA stands for the Telephone Consumer Protection Act of 1991. It basically states that you cannot call somebody which phone numbers on the national and state do not call registry without their prior consent, meaning the person filled out one of your leads, they asked for the information. And then at that point in time, you got 90 days where you can call. But a lot of you guys don't even know about this, and it's affecting you. The second is the do not call registry. Now there's the national, and then there's 12 states in America that have their state specific do not call registry. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of you, as I'm sharing this information, you're thinking to yourself, what? Well, let me explain a little further. Many agents and groups out there, big groups, they're being sued. I know of a massive organization that's buying a bunch of agencies out. If you look them up and you know what I'm talking about, they're currently dealing with a few class action lawsuits. This is $1 billion insurance agency dealing with this type. So the negligence is wild when it comes to picking up the phone and selling. And in our case, we sell final expense. So let me share with you guys a couple tips that's going to help you avoid this nightmare. Because for those of you guys that don't know, the second most profitable lawsuits in America is TCPA and DNC. I mean, last year I shared with a bunch of you guys just how I beat out a few centers that were doing it not by the books, and I proved it. And you can watch that video on YouTube. But here's the first tip. If you're a final expense agent or anybody picking up the phone, do you know exactly the date of origination of your lead? Because a lot of you guys are buying leads from your agency that you work for or on your own, age leads, and you're not even looking at the birth date. Why is that important? Well, the moment in time that person opted in, according to TCPA guidelines, well, you have 90 days where you can call. After 90 days, it's up to you to check the DNC registry, national as well as state specific. So what happens if on day 91 you're dialing away, making appointments, pitching deals, and one of those numbers is on the national DNC? Well, you can bet if there's a litigator or someone that knows their rights, they're going to come after you for a DNC violation, and they're going to tag on a TCPA violation. And if they can prove negligence, it just adds to those costs. So again, if you're buying leads, whether old leads or any type of leads where you got to call back, do you know the day that lead was born? And if not, I highly encourage you to start taking notice of that, or else you're going to find yourself facing a lawsuit, a complaint, or a demand letter. DNC. If again you're calling and you're not checking the DNC, national and state specific, and if you guys want to know which those states are, just give me a call and I'll be more than happy to share them with you. But if you're using a system to scrub against the DNC, is the system you're using accurate? I am sorry to say, but a lot of the centers, over 95% of them, are using scrubbing mechanisms that are not accurate. And guess what's happening? Lawsuits. Those litigator lists that a lot of these centers promote, the law doesn't say that you got to go and check and see if there's any litigators. And if it's a litigator free, you can call. No, The law says that you may not call anybody that's on the registry, period. So the litigator lists are worthless to me because that's not what the law states that you have to check. I hate to say it, but again, many centers that are selling live transfers, whether overseas or US, they don't have a clue on these guidelines. And what are they doing? They're calling on a database of old leads. They don't have the technology to monitor TCPA guidelines, and mistakes happen. People are calling on numbers that are on the registry, and they're getting in trouble. It is a massive problem. And if you do your research and start looking at all the companies out there that are facing these type of allegations and lawsuits, these aren't, again, unsophisticated organizations. $1 billion agency dealing with class action lawsuits, dealing with this basic laws. So don't be a statistic. Do the homework. Get up to date on DNC guidelines, on TCPA guidelines. Understand how they work. Because all you need is one violation. And that one violation can cost you your business. You can face a class action. And it is a nightmare because it's easy to prove. So again, if you're buying leads, make sure you know the day that those leads were born. If it's direct mail, the postage stamp. If it's a digital marketing lead, you got your IP address that shows the day they opted in, the time, and then you know when you can call and when you can't call. This will definitely save you the headaches. But for all of you guys out there, if you want to avoid all this drama, the way you can do it is by investing your money, paying extra, and buying customer-initiated inbounds. Because when the customer sees your ad and they call in, there's zero TCPA issues and there's zero DNC issues because the customer took the initiative. That is the best lead in 2023. You're not going to get in trouble. Again, costs you a little bit more money, but you avoid all of that drama. So I hope this tip helped you. Go over to my YouTube channel. You'll find more of my videos where I break down these guidelines, and it will definitely help you. For many years, I've had to study these guidelines, understand it, implement it with my team. And knock on wood, we've never had to pay a litigator. We fought them. We've taken on their lawsuits, their demands, but we've never lost because we were running things by the book. So safe selling, be careful. And if you need any more information, give me a call. Peace.